So let's get things started right off the box with some highlights from Shippensburg basketball from this last Wednesday, starting out with the women's game.
As always for the case for Shippensburg, he's going to take a great...
The ball less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gallagher takes a shot.
Ship taking on Bloomsburg right here. That was Kelsey Gallagher of Bloomsburg, giving Bloomsburg the early 16-15 lead. But Shippensburg really going to rebound right here from the outside. It's Lauren Beckley for three. That put Ship up 25-16 and was part of a 20-0 run. Here's Ship ball once again. Aaron Varley with a 2-point jump shot. Shippensburg with the lead 45-18. They would take it into the halftime. 45-19, a very commanding lead, and they would not look back in the second half. Here's Casey Gardner from the outside. Assist from Lauren Beckley, and she puts it up for three. That made it 56-24 Shippensburg. Bloomsburg just trying to salvage a little bit of dignity right here from the top of the key. It's Jordan Pasick for two. That made it 58-29 Shippensburg. Now back to the Ship side of the ball. Once again, Lauren Beckley putting it up with the assist from Aaron Varley. That made it 62-31. Lady Raiders would go on to win 80-44 your final. Lauren Beckley and Casey Gardner both in double-digit scoring.
Alrighty, and now we're going to take you to the men's game here against Bloomsburg. First off, Bloomsburg already up 2-0, and Lamar Jackson and Craig Van Syock with the three, giving Shippensburg the early lead, 3-2. Now we have Bloomsburg up 14-13. Trenton Epps for two with a nice assist by Ruben Britt. Bloomsburg leading 16-13. Shippensburg now back up 19-17. Ruben Britt with a jumper, and that'll tie up the game at 19-all. Bloomsburg now up 27-21, and Jaron Gibby with a tip pass to Isaiah Miller with a two-handed jam. Bloomsburg up 27-23. Now Bloomsburg up 40-38. And it's Ruben Britt going to take charge here. Gets the pass, bucket for three. Bloomsburg takes the lead 43-38. And folks, Bloomsburg would take care of business here 59-44.
All right, here to Cheney's game. Cheney early on with the advantage, 20-12, but it's Caitlin Bamberger from inside the paint. 2 points. Cheney now with a 20-14 advantage. Shippensburg's ball once again. Casey Gardner for 2 points on the inside. Assist from Lauren Beckley. That made it 30-26. Cheney would have a 3-point lead going into halftime. But the second half is when the Lady Raiders really started to bring it on. Casey Gardner from the outside for three. That tied the score at 33. But once again, here come the Cheney Wolves. Lutfia Muhammad there, all the way down to the other side of the court. Up for two. She draws the foul off of Kerry Conroy. She would make the foul shot as well. That ties it up at 36. Later on here, Lauren Beckley from the outside with the 3-point jumper right there. That made it 40-36. Also put Lauren Beckley to second place on the all-time leading scorers list for the PSAC. Going into overtime here, of course, the game was really tight. It went in 51-51, the end of regulation. Here's Stephanie Orjai. She goes up to tie the score at 57 and draws a foul. However, she would miss the free throw. Guess what, folks? We're going into double overtime. This game was really a nail-biter. Here we have Casey Gardner with a pass inside to Lauren Beckley. Up for two. That gave the Lady Raiders a 4-point lead, 61-57. Now it's Sheila Wasser here. Aaron Varley with a pass out to her from the outside. Puts it up for three. Lady Raiders up 64-59. They would go on to win in double overtime, 69-66. A huge victory for this team. You saw a shot of Wasser right there. Gardner with 24 points. Beckley with another double-double, 17 points, 15 rebounds, as they dominate Cheney University in double overtime to move to 3-3 in the PSAC.
Now the men's team's turn to take on Cheney on Saturday. Shippensburg up 12-7. It's Sharif Bray with the steal for Cheney. He's going to take it all the way down the court with the layup. Shippensburg up 12-9 at that point. Shippensburg still up 16-12. And you're going to see Justin Minter here with the ball with the assist to Will Royal. Shippensburg up 18-12. Shippensburg now up 23-20. And it's Bruce Kennedy for Cheney. Spot up three. Game all tied at 23 all. Cheney now up 26-23, and Jordan Decision with the miss, but Craig Van Syock is right there with the rebound and the putback. Cheney up 26-25. Cheney now up 33-31, and it's going to be Shippensburg's Jaron Gemby with the three from way downtown. Shippensburg takes the lead at that point, 34-33. Shippensburg now up 43-35, and it's Tamar Smith with the steal for Cheney and the quick dish to Rob Townsend, and he's right there for the jam. Shippensburg 43-37. Mike Nestor trying to keep the team focused here for Shippensburg, trying to tell them keep in the game here. Still got a little bit left to play, but Shippensburg up now 50-48, and Sharif Bray with the drive and the layup. Also got the foul call, made the foul shot. Cheney would be up at that point 51-50, and folks, Cheney would take the game 72-67. Van Sciach with another nice outing with 15 points and 4 rebounds. Bray with 29 points.
Let's get things started off here. Lauren Beckley drives inside the paint for 2. Shippensburg would take the lead at that point, 37-36, as we pick up action here in the second half. They would not look back. Here's Lauren Beckley with a long-range, impressive three-point shot to make it 42-36. But, of course, we haven't seen the last out of Lauren Beckley. Here she is once again from three-point range. That made it 54-44.
Makes this a 10-point game. And Lauren Beckley has broken just about every single record in Lady Raider history. She, of course, holds a record for most points in a game with 47, most points in school history, most three-point shots, and now the most free throws made.
And that was Lauren Beckley breaking the free throw record for Shippensburg University. Back to the action. Lauren Beckley on the long inbound pass over to Casey Gardner on the fast break. That's just wonderful athleticism. Gardner puts it up for 2. That made it 84-72. The Lady Raiders would go on to win 87-75 to keep their playoff hopes alive. Certainly another impressive game from Higas Fieldhouse. Lauren Beckley, another impressive 38 points on the day. Casey Gardner went along to add 29.
Now it's the Red Raiders' turn as they took on nationally ranked Kutztown. Stephen Dennis with the pass to Amir Johnson, who puts it home with the dunk, 33-26 Kutztown. Next up, it's Julius Gray with the long-range strike, able to drill the 3, 41-34 Kutztown. Mike Nestor over the timeout, talking some things over with his team there. It's now 61-54, and it's Jordan's decision with the big 3 of his own for Shippensburg, cutting Kutztown's lead 61-57. Still 61-57, it's Stephen Dennis with the nice steal. And then the dish to Ryan Washington, who was able to get the nice layup there, 63-57 Kutztown. Kutztown still up 71-66, and there is big Will Royal able to get the nice jumper, cutting the score now to 71-68. 78-75 Kutztown, and it's Lamar Jackson from way downtown with the big 3, able to tie the ball game up at 78. Ball game still tied up at 78, and it's Brian Alexiak. The long-range pass to Lamar Jackson, who drives it in for the nice layup. Shippensburg will go on to take the lead there and go on to take the victory out of this game, defeating Kutztown 87-83 in a big upset of the afternoon at Higas Fieldhouse. Washington with 23 points and Royal with 17 points of his own for Shippensburg.
But first, the Shippensburg University men's and women's basketball teams traveled to Westchester for their first of 2 meetings this season last Wednesday. Lady Raiders in action last Wednesday night from Hollinger Fieldhouse. There's some player introductions to start things off. Early on for the Lady Rams, Megan Stewart from three-point range puts it up. That puts Westchester up 7-2 early, but the Lady Raiders would answer right back from inside the paint. Jen Morrow, good for 2. She draws the foul but would miss it. That made it 16-15 Lady Raiders. Now here's the Wasser twins hooking up. Sheila over to Shelley. That's good for 3 points. That gave the Lady Raiders a 13-point advantage at that point. The bench getting involved as everyone contributed in this contest. Back over to the Westchester side of the ball. Here's Janelle Garber, Megan Stewart. She's the assist queen of the night. That cuts Ship's lead to 9. Now Dominic Adams from three-point range. Now it's 39-33 Shippensburg. And here's Jillian Kiefer from three-point range. She hits it. That makes it 41-41 in the second half. Now more from Casey Gardner right here. She drives all by herself, finds a lane, puts it up for 2. But it's 52-51 Westchester at that point. And from there on out, Westchester will take control of this one. There's Janelle Garber putting it up for 2. Megan Stewart with the assist once again. That would make it 59-58. Westchester would go on to lead 63-61. Beckley and Gardner would both score over 20 points in the game.
On the Golden Rams, first off, here's Lamar Jackson to Craig Van Sciach for 3, giving Shippensburg the lead 7-6 early on. Next up, we have Jordan Stashizin with the nice steal and the easy drive for the layup, giving Shippensburg the lead 16-12. Shippensburg up 16-15, and Harley Williamson with the pass to Sandy Tanner for 3, Westchester up 18-16. Off the inbound pass, it's Kenneth St. George with the drive and the bucket for 2. And with that bucket, the game would be tied 20-20. Coach Mike Nestor telling the team to stay focused here for Shippensburg, telling them we're still in this game here yet. 32-26 Westchester, and it's Kahindi Roberts with the steal, and he'll take it all the way down the court himself for 2, giving Westchester the lead, 34-26. Westchester still up 45-36, and it's Dane Laubert to Will Kirkland off the inbound for 2, 45-38 Westchester. Same score, it's Dane Laubert with the drive, and again with the dish to Will Royal, who puts it in for another 2 points, 45-40 Westchester. Westchester up now 54-52, and it's Ralph Hegeman with the layup. And now Westchester up 60-58, and it's Jordan Stashizin with the long 3-point shot, giving Shippensburg the lead 61-60. And folks, the Red Raiders will go on to take this game 63-61. Shippensburg picking up their second win in the PSAC Conference. Will Royal with 13 points, Craig Van Syck with 12 points.
3-pointer can be. Basket by Coleman. 33-30.
Dribble, all right? Dane, we're reversing to you.
3-pointer, Holly. 44. 3-pointer, Cecilia. Basket by Kirkland.